Okay, guys, for example number 3, it says you rolled 2 number cubes, all right? One red and one blue. It says what's the probability that you will roll a 4 on at least one of the number cubes? Now, I want you to think for just a moment, just before we get started, okay? The idea between disjoint and overlapping, okay? What's the probability that I'm going to roll a 4 on the first one? What's the probability of that? Devin? 1 in 6. But can I write it? Do you mind if I write it as 6 out of 36? Because I'm gonna roll 2 of them together, right? So there are 36 different possibilities. I'll write it as 1 out of 6 right now. That's fine. Let's write it as 1 out of 6. Okay? 1 out of 6 that the first one's going to be a 4. What's the probability that if I roll a second one, it's going to be a 4? Edward? 1 out of 6. Okay? So the probability that I'm going to roll a 4 on one of them, right, is if I put them both together. But let me ask you something. Is there an overlapping event, an overlapping outcome? All right? Well, let's think about this. Here are all the possibilities. I'm rolling 2 number cubes, right? All right? And I have listed on this grid all the possibilities. I can roll the red one and the blue one. And I can get 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. Okay, you guys can see these different combinations. So let me do this. If the first one, the red one, is 4, I've got 6 out of the 36. Okay? 6 out of 36. So that's the same, like we said, 6 out of 36 is 1 over 6, right? That's the probability. But now, let's look at the probability of the next one, the blue one being 4. All right? So if the blue one's 4, that's going to be these 6 outcomes. All right? And again, that's 6 out of 36. So of these 36 different possibilities, 12 of them have a 4, right? But I don't want to count this one twice because they overlap. I have to subtract the probability of them both being a 4. Okay? And what's the probability that they're both 4? Does anyone know that one? Read. It's 1 out of 36. 1 out of 36 times we get both of them as a 4. So you'll see that the probability of a 4 showing up is 6 over 36 plus 6 over 36. That's 12 out of 36 minus 1 out of 36. And I'm going to get 11 out of 36. That's the probability that a 4 will show up when I roll 2 number cubes. All right? Because we're overlapping. We have to subtract the probability of them both happening at the same time. All right? Good job, guys.